Hello. Welcome to Today in History, an AI podcast. I'm Stephen.
And I'm Ruth.
We're the artificial intelligence hosts of this show.
Every day, we'll tell you about the most interesting, consequential, and sometimes forgotten facts in history that happened on this date.
Politics, economy, war, religion, culture. One topic every day. Plus something that you would have heard on the news back then on this date.
Also, about a holiday somewhere in the world, someone who was born and someone who died.
Hope you stay with us. Please enjoy a few minutes to maybe get a little smarter and appreciate the enormity of every single day.
Today is Saturday, April 27, 2024.
The year is 1521. Our main topic, Filipino natives led by chieftain Lapu-Lapu killed Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan at the Battle of Mactan. On April 27, 1521, a pivotal battle took place on the shores of Mactan Island in the Philippines. The Battle of Mactan marked a turning point in history as it pitted the forces of Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan against the native warriors led by Lapu-Lapu, the chieftain of Mactan. The confrontation resulted in the death of Magellan, a renowned explorer who had set out to circumnavigate the globe under the Spanish crown. The outcome of the battle had far-reaching consequences, delaying Spanish occupation of the Philippines by over 4 decades. Context: Ferdinand Magellan, a skilled navigator and commander, had embarked on an expedition to chart a western sea route to the Spice Islands, which was met with resistance from the native warriors of Mactan. Lapu-Lapu, a fierce and determined leader, stood at the forefront of the resistance against Magellan's forces. The battle that ensued was a clash of cultures, with Magellan's armor-clad troops facing off against Lapu-Lapu's warriors, who were armed with weapons such as poisoned arrows and bolos. Historical significance: the Battle of Mactan was a defining moment in the history of the Philippines and the world. It marked the first recorded resistance of indigenous people against European colonizers, highlighting the bravery and determination of Lapu-Lapu and his warriors. The battle also had significant repercussions for Magellan's expedition, as it resulted in the death of the commander and the loss of many of his men. The surviving members of Magellan's crew continued the journey under the command of Juan Sebastian de Elcano, eventually completing the first circumnavigation of the globe in 1522. The Battle of Mactan is remembered as a symbol of resistance against foreign invasion and a testament to the strength and resilience of the Filipino people. It is a reminder of the rich history and cultural heritage of the Philippines, and its significance continues to be celebrated and honored to this day.
The year is 1987. On the news, the U.S. Department of Justice bars Austrian President Kurt Waldheim and his wife, Elizabeth, who had also been a Nazi, from entering the U.S., charging that he had aided in the deportations and executions of thousands of Jews and others as a German army officer during World War II. Good evening, and welcome to our evening news broadcast. Today, we bring you a story of significant historical importance, as the United States Department of Justice has barred Austrian President Kurt Waldheim and his wife, Elizabeth, from entering the country. The decision comes after revelations that Waldheim served as a German army officer during World War II and was involved in the deportations and executions of thousands of Jews and others. The story begins in the midst of World War II, when Waldheim, who was then an intelligence officer in Nazi Germany's Wehrmacht, served in Greece and Yugoslavia. It is alleged that he was complicit in Nazi atrocities committed during this time, including the deportation of Jews to concentration camps and their subsequent executions. Fast forward to 1986, when Waldheim was running for president of Austria. His past was brought to light, sparking international controversy and an investigation by the United States Department of Justice. The department has now determined that Waldheim's actions during the war make him ineligible to enter the United States. This decision is significant not only for its impact on Waldheim, but also for its broader implications. It highlights the United States' commitment to holding individuals accountable for their actions during times of war and conflict, even decades after the fact. It also serves as a reminder of the atrocities committed during World War II and the importance of ensuring that those responsible are brought to justice. In response to the decision, Waldheim has stated that he was simply a soldier following orders and that he had no knowledge of the atrocities being committed. However, the evidence against him suggests otherwise, and many have called for him to be held accountable for his actions. The story is still developing, and we will continue to bring you updates as more information becomes available. For now, it is clear that the United States Department of Justice has taken a strong stance against those who have committed crimes against humanity, and we can only hope that this decision will serve as a deterrent to others who may consider such actions in the future. Thank you for joining us tonight. We now return you to our regular programming.
Our selected holiday for today, Christian feast days, Anthemus of Nicomedia. The Christian feast day of Anthemus of Nicomedia is a holiday that commemorates the martyrdom of Anthemus, who was the bishop of Nicomedia in Bithynia during a time of persecution against Christians. According to tradition, Anthemus was beheaded during this persecution, which is believed to have taken place under the rule of Emperor Diocletian. This holiday is significant to Christians as it serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by early Christians for their faith, and it is a testament to the strength and resilience of the Christian community. Cultural significance. The holiday of Anthemus of Nicomedia holds great cultural significance for Christians around the world. It is a day to remember the struggles and sacrifices of those who came before us, and to honor their commitment to their faith. It is also a day to reflect on the importance of standing up for what one believes in, even in the face of adversity. Additionally, this holiday serves as a reminder of the importance of forgiveness and compassion, as Anthemus is said to have forgiven his persecutors before his death. Narrative. The story of Anthemus of Nicomedia is a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made by early Christians for their faith. According to tradition, Anthemus was arrested and imprisoned during a time of persecution against Christians, and he was eventually beheaded for his beliefs. Despite the danger, Anthemus remained steadfast in his faith, and he is said to have forgiven his persecutors before his death. His martyrdom serves as an inspiration to Christians around the world, and his legacy lives on through the holiday that bears his name. The holiday of Anthemus of Nicomedia is a time for Christians to come together and reflect on the sacrifices made by early Christians like Anthemus. It is a day to remember the struggles and sacrifices of those who came before us, and to honor their commitment to their faith. It is also a day to reflect on the importance of standing up for what one believes in, even in the face of adversity. Additionally, this holiday serves as a reminder of the importance of forgiveness and compassion, as Anthemus is said to have forgiven his persecutors before his death. Overall, the holiday of Anthemus of Nicomedia is a significant cultural event for Christians around the world. It is a day to remember the sacrifices made by early Christians, and to honor their commitment to their faith. It is also a day to reflect on the importance of standing up for what one believes in, and the importance of forgiveness and compassion.
On this day, in 1931, Igor Oistrakh, Ukrainian violinist and educator, d. 2021, was born. Igor Oistrakh was a towering figure in the world of classical music, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and awe musicians and audiences alike. As a violinist and educator, he dedicated his life to the pursuit of artistic excellence, and his contributions to the field are nothing short of remarkable. Born in Ukraine in 1931, Oistrakh began studying the violin at the age of 5 under the guidance of his father, a well-known violinist and teacher. He went on to study at the Moscow Conservatory, where he was mentored by the legendary David Oistrakh, his father's brother and one of the most renowned violinists of the 20th century. Oistrakh's career was marked by a series of impressive milestones. He made his concert debut at the age of 16 with the Moscow Philharmonic Orchestra and went on to perform with many of the world's leading orchestras, including the Berlin Philharmonic, the London Symphony Orchestra, and the New York Philharmonic. He was also a frequent soloist at major music festivals, such as the Salzburg Festival and the Edinburgh Festival. Oistrakh was known for his lean, modernist interpretations of classical works, which were characterized by their precision, clarity, and emotional depth. He was particularly celebrated for his performances of Mozart, Beethoven, and Tchaikovsky, and his recordings of these composers' works are still widely regarded as definitive. In addition to his work as a performer, Oistrakh was also a dedicated educator. He taught at the Moscow Conservatory for over 50 years, mentoring countless young violinists and passing on the traditions of his family's musical legacy. Many of his students have gone on to achieve great success in their own right, further cementing Oistrakh's reputation as one of the most influential violin teachers of his generation. Throughout his career, Oistrakh received numerous awards and honors for his contributions to classical music. He was awarded the title of People's Artist of the USSR in 1983 and was also honored with the Lenin Prize, the highest award in the Soviet Union, for his contributions to the arts. Despite his many achievements, Oistrakh remained humble and dedicated to his craft until the end of his life. He continued to perform and teach until his passing in 2021, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire generations of musicians to come. In conclusion, Igor Oistrakh was a true giant in the world of classical music. His dedication to his craft, his passion for teaching, and his commitment to artistic excellence have left a lasting impact on the musical community. His legacy will continue to be celebrated and remembered for years to come, and his contributions to classical music will remain an important part of its rich history and tradition.
We remember the life of Konosuke Matsushita, Japanese businessman, founded Panasonic, born 1894, who died on this date in 1989. Konosuke Matsushita was a visionary entrepreneur and inventor who transformed the Japanese electronics industry. Born in 1894, he grew up in a family of modest means and was forced to drop out of school due to financial difficulties. However, this setback did not deter him from pursuing his passion for innovation. In 1918, Matsushita founded Matsushita Electric Housewares Manufacturing Works, which later became Panasonic Corporation. Under his leadership, the company grew rapidly, and he introduced many innovative products that revolutionized the way people lived and worked. His commitment to quality, affordability, and customer satisfaction helped the company become one of the largest consumer electronics companies in the world. Matsushita's leadership style was characterized by his emphasis on teamwork, creativity, and continuous improvement. He believed in empowering his employees and fostering a culture of innovation, which helped the company stay ahead of the competition. He was also known for his humility and willingness to listen to feedback, which earned him the respect and admiration of his colleagues and employees. Matsushita's contributions to society went beyond his business success. He was a strong advocate for social responsibility and believed that companies had a duty to contribute to the well-being of society. He supported various philanthropic initiatives, including education, healthcare, and disaster relief. His legacy continues to inspire generations of entrepreneurs, inventors, and business leaders. In 1989, Matsushita passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and influence the world. His life's work serves as a testament to his vision, perseverance, and commitment to excellence. Today, Panasonic Corporation continues to thrive, and his spirit of innovation and customer satisfaction lives on in the company's products and services. In conclusion, Konosuke Matsushita was a visionary entrepreneur, inventor, and leader who transformed the Japanese electronics industry and inspired generations of business leaders. His commitment to quality, affordability, and customer satisfaction helped Panasonic Corporation become one of the largest consumer electronics companies in the world. His legacy continues to inspire and influence the world, and his spirit of innovation and customer satisfaction lives on in the company's products and services.
This was Today in History, an AA podcast. Brought to you by Decor Studios.
All content was sourced from Wikipedia and processed with open-source large language models.
This podcast is released under Creative Commons, Attribution, Share Alike, 4.0, International License.
Thank you so much for listening.
Talk to you tomorrow.